Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the southeastern part of the United States. Today's topic is going to be why you believed the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So why you believed the narcissist? This is a very simple answer. It's because you didn't know that they were a narcissist and you are a kind, loving individual. And I'm certain you still are right now. The point is, you did not recognize or you were not aware that toxic individuals are on the planet. And certainly that most people may not have your best interest at heart. Yes, they may claim that they are your best friend or that they fell in love with you or that you're the best person at the job and things like that. But when you boil it down, the person that you're thinking about right now, if they are in fact a narcissist, they never were honest with you. They never were genuine or authentic. Remember, they wore a mask to manipulate you. So the fact that you believe them, and I'll give you some examples in a few moments, it's not your fault. This was never your fault. You entered a relationship under false pretenses, which means you, the empath, or you, the beautiful person on the channel, and again, thank you very much for being here, you were authentic, you were yourself. And let's say it's a romantic relationship. Well, what did you do? You perhaps dated or courted this person for a while, and next thing you know, perhaps you fell in love with this individual who turns out to be a narcissist. Did they ever fall in love with you? They didn't. Why? Because they are incapable of love. Now, that's a tough pill to swallow. It's a fact. Remember, when you entered the romantic relationship with the individual who turned out to be the narcissist, they were wearing a mask. They were mirroring back to you what you wanted to see. So eventually, inevitably, you fell in love with yourself. You didn't fall in love with the person you thought, and that is never more evident when the relationship is over and perhaps you were discarded or you left the relationship on your own and you had to put yourself back together and you said, well, what about all these things, all these experiences we had? Yeah, they were real. You experienced them, but was that person that was your spouse, were they actually in love with you or present? Probably. The answer to those questions are present, yes, physically perhaps, but they were probably on one of their three smartphones, or definitely looking for you or a replacement. But were they in love with you? No, they weren't. So it's only natural, before you get the wisdom and the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle, that you would not know what's going on, that you would believe people. Same thing in the workplace. You are hired at a new job, and let's say a coworker or a manager or somebody, they warm up to you and they're like, wow, you're a special person, like you're really good at your job, congratulations. And they get to learn about you. Next thing you know, they learn more and more about you, your family situation, your history, your school, your upbringing, everything you do. And what happens? They weaponize that against you in the workplace. That's why one day you go into the workplace and you're getting the cold shoulder, not only from them, but virtually from everybody in the office. And you think to yourself, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm still the same excellent employee. Well, what has happened there is they weaponized all of your information against yourself, and they inserted what is known as a smear campaign meant to destroy you in the workplace. That is exactly what happens day in and day out in toxic, narcissistic work environments. Yeah, it's true. It's the way it works. You remember, these people, i.e. the narcissist, many of them work under the guise of being one individual when in fact they're somebody totally different. That's why many times post-narcissistic relationship, or perhaps when you are in the relationship, you can't quite wrap your head around how this person could be Dr. Jekyll yet Mr. Hyde. It's because they are one person to the general public most times, and they're somebody completely different behind closed doors. They are a person that is in constant need of supply or attention. And they need to do this, they need to extract your resources, which I mentioned so frequently. Your time, your energy, your money, your effort, your love, your empathy, your social circle, possibly your job. That's what they do. That's exactly why there is no healthy relationship when you are in a relationship with a narcissist, because eventually every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. It's simply a matter of time when it ends. Will you end it, or will you be discarded? That's how it works. The third option actually is if you stay in the narcissistic fog for the rest of your life, and there are many people like that. God bless you. My heart goes out to you. If that's you, I understand. I get it. I really, really do. But having said all these things, why you believe the narcissist? It's because you had no reason not to believe the narcissist or to believe in people, because you were or are a kind, loving individual, And why would you not just be yourself and just be free and express your feelings and thoughts, emotions, and share your wisdom and experience with people, right? That is right, until you meet a narcissist or a toxic individual who simply wants to consume your energy, have you doubting yourself, have you become an extension of them, having you walking around on eggshells, having you experience rage fits, the silent treatment, gaslighting, stonewalling, blame shifting. This list goes on and on and on. And if you are in a relationship with anybody and you believe that after you have communicated with this individual that you feel drained, or you're like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I don't have to see them again for a while, that is not good. It is a red flag. It is not healthy. It is toxic. It is your body, mind, spirit, soul, aura, and everything about you telling you, wow, I really have to be careful of how I interact with this person. And it's basically telling you to cut ties with them. That's how I feel. But you must do what you must do. The whole point is believing in other individuals is what we on the planet do. We need to understand that people are there for us until they're not. And with the narcissist, if you really dig into it, were they ever for you or with you? Of course they were in the very early stages of the euphoric/love bomb stage. But that's when they were wearing the mask. That's when they were manipulating you. That's when they were setting you up for the fall. That's when they were learning all about you, so later on they could take as much of your resources and energy from you, whether you knew it or not. And of course, the love bomb/euphoric stage ends eventually, and maybe it ended after a few weeks or a few months. The point being, after that, what happens? Devaluation street. That's right. That's when you enter the narcissistic fog, and that's where you're completely lost. You're confused, because it is bizarro world. What is up is down. What is in is out. What is left and right, etc. You can't figure out what's going on, and most likely by this point in time, it is too late, because you've probably become attached to the narcissist. Maybe it's the business relationship, neighbor, sibling, lover, social circle, who knows? But then you're really doubting yourself. And you're questioning yourself, like, did that really happen? I don't know, I'm not sure. But you can't bounce things off of other individuals, because most likely you are isolated. So when you believed in the narcissist, it wasn't your fault. You were manipulated. You were not prepared for what you were about to experience with that relationship or relationships. Keep in mind, you never were educated in school about the narcissistic abusive cycle. It's my hope you're getting the wisdom and the education on my channel and many others, and you're understanding exactly how to benefit yourself, how to have boundaries in place, how to not be a people pleaser, how not to share or overshare information about yourself with people you just met. Actually, with people in general is what I would say. Yes, you have family members, I'm certain, or trusted and loved ones that you communicate with, and you can share with them what you want. But my hope and my suggestion is that you watch the information you share with virtually anybody. Yeah, I know it's a tough pill to swallow. The truth of the matter is, people weaponize information against you, whether you know it or not. And when you, let's put it this way, when you are your authentic self and you can just be, and you're around people that you can feel that way, that's a good thing. You need to surround yourself with people like that. But if you are in relationships or work environments, or where you are, you don't really have that support system where people like that, I would really insulate yourself and protect your information and what you do on a daily basis, etc. But getting back on track, why you believed in the narcissist? Because you didn't know they were a narcissist. You didn't know what it was about. You had no idea. And then one day you typed in the browser or you Googled something or typed in YouTube, whatever keywords you used, and boom, you landed on my channel or others, and you're like, oh my gosh. And there's your first light bulb moment. That is your first step exiting the narcissistic fog. Of course, you have a long road ahead of you. You have a mountain of work to do. You will do this in time, in your time, and you will get through it with your diligence, with your due diligence, with your strength, commitment, education, devotion, resilience, power, courage. You will do it, but it won't be easy. But you will do it in time, in your time. I'm certain you will, if you're committed to exiting the relationship. But in the meantime, let's say that you're stuck in a narcissistic environment at work. I would suggest you watch how you express yourself and watch what you do, and look to exit that job, or at least remove yourself from the toxic individuals. But why did you believe the narcissist? Because you didn't know any better. And many people give themselves such a difficult time, like, I saw the signs, I knew it, I knew something was wrong, I couldn't figure it out. That's true. And that's how most of us discover what narcissism is, because we know something's wrong and we're seeing red flags, but we're not paying attention to them. We're just kind of letting them go by and kind of, okay, something's wrong here. Oh, they're having a bad day, no big thing. Or, oh, they just moved, whatever it is. No, these red flags keep coming and coming and coming. And when you ignore red flags, don't trust your instincts or pay attention to your intuition, vice versa, that is a recipe for disaster if you do not have the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle. But now that you're getting it, or perhaps you have it, it is my hope that you are having boundaries and you are insulating yourself and protecting yourself, yet living your best life. Perhaps you have struck up new friendships or a new romantic interest. Perhaps you've moved. Perhaps you've read a book, you're reading a book, writing a book, teaching a class, taking a class, starting a business, having new hobbies, exercising for the first time. Whatever you're doing, my hope is you're taking action and doing things that benefit you. That is my hope. Now, again, on the healing path, which is not linear, we are all headed in the same direction, just taking different footsteps. If the relationship ended for you recently, or it's about to, my heart goes out to you. I get it. You're going to have to introspect, put a lot of work into yourself, pick yourself up from the bootstraps when you're ready. But in time, in your time, you will heal properly. I can assure you, you will. You just need to let time go by. And time is not the answer, by the way. To actually heal, you have to put work into yourself. But time will definitely help you out. And remember, going no contact with the narcissist, blocking them, removing all flying monkeys and people associated with the narcissist, that's the path. When you're strong enough and ready to do that, that will really, it may be a difficult thing to do in the beginning, but take steps to do so. Once you do that, that's when you begin to actually place all of your energy back into yourself. And again, as I mentioned so frequently on the channel, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. When you're in the narcissistic relationship, you are placing your attention / energy on the relationship or on the narcissist, because you're spinning around on that hamster wheel. No longer should you be doing that. You should be living your best life and placing your attention within yourself, which is your energy, and living your best life. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful southeastern United States. God bless you. Have a great evening. Namaste. Continue to become awakened and aware and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third, and continue to move forward each and every day. And listen, why you believe the narcissist? I've said it 3 or 4 times in the video. The reason why is because you didn't even know what narcissism was. It's not your fault. You were manipulated. You were taken advantage of. We now know that. My hope is you're moving forward, putting them in the past, healing, and healing properly, and then understanding that this is a big life lesson. It's not fun to go through. It's one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult thing you could ever experience on this planet called Earth. Having said that, you couldn't avoid it. You couldn't change the path of your destiny. Your destiny and your path, unfortunately, involved a narcissistic relationship. But now that you're out or looking to get out, you can become the third version of yourself and begin living your best life in time. So God bless you no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. I love you. Have a great evening, and stay true and stay strong. Remember, you are not alone. I love you. Good night.